Hey guys, Shadowlances back with kind of a different video this time. I wanted to make a quick sort of commentary on something that I wrote. I told you guys that I had written a song, and that's kind of true, but it was based off of an old poem that I wrote in 11th grade, and I'm going to read you the poem first. The poem's actually based around a dream that I used to have. I don't typically get it anymore, but it was one that I had quite a while ago. The poem is called Upon Distant Shores. A lot of you guys will recognize this. It was quite famous on SparkNotes for about 2 years. During 11th grade and my 12th grade senior year in high school. It got quite a few pirated downloads. Well, I didn't really care so much. I didn't put my name on it anyway, so it's not like I really cared that much, but I guess whatever floats your boat. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and read off this first. It is, I forget what the actual English word for it is, but it uses a special technique where you have the same phrase repeated at the beginning, and in this case, that phrase is "there was." So you'll hear that at every line. So going with the poem. There was little above the horizon for my early days, left behind the throngs I watched walk past. There was no one left behind to bear with me what I held upon my head. There was no reason to stay, and with nothing left to gain, the skies enveloped me. There was nothing to gain from the past, only the silver lining stagnant on the horizon. There was no place on earth that had not been home to me, for I had been where there was most and where there was least. There was nothing beyond the abyss of time that enveloped my life, seemingly endless across the border of what there was and what there was never meant to be. There was nothing beyond the words of dripping in crimson flame written as the old law came to my realization. There was no place that wanted me. There was no place that could hold me. There was no place that cared for me. Bound to what I'd been taught, I moved along, left in apathy for the world. There was in the shell that enveloped me as the world grew cold around me, and the light went out. There was no light, but there was no shadow either. Somewhere a drop of light illuminated the shaded pool where I lay drifting. There was a finger, which had become a hand that reached to the pool and grabbed my hand, causing ripples across... I can't speak. Ripples upon the surface of consciousness. There was that day, the day the red string pulled me from the water into the arms of something soft. There was no greater bliss than being enshrouded in what had been lost in the quarrel of time and space on the far side of the court that was labeled not only as unattainable, but unreal. There was a time which had been stained upon my mind that was only a tease, which seemed so nice. There was time, and then there was what was real. There was the day the red string was cut. There was the day I had hoped for that had never seemed to come. There was the last hope dashed, shot through the heart by the silver bullet of karma. Then there was the final thing she said to me, words I'll never know. They lay only upon dead lips. There was, there is, there will be, as God spoke to me that night. I am and you are, and nothing mattered anymore. Nothing. Nothing at all. There was nothing beyond the loneliest day of my life. Not for me, anyway. Not for me, not for anyone. Not for the world, which had grown silent as I stood upon the pond's shore. Alone. And that was basically the little poem that I wrote. I'm going to take a quick pause here, go get some water, and then read you guys the current song that I wrote. And it's based off of this, and I'll explain that in just a moment. Be right back, although you guys won't notice a difference. And now on to the song. Thank you. This is my world, this is my dream, but for me this isn't what it used to seem. I'm lost in darkness, your hand was my light. I'm keeping edge, lost in the night. The shadow holds me close, my heart breaks away. Bring me back from dead to life. My heart became hate, my soul became fire. Where did I go wrong? What did I do to break the wire? Your world is going round and round and mine's turning upside down. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I won't listen to this insanity. Every corner I take is another spark of hate. I see the light and I dangle on the edge. I fought my way for 1,000 battles, but blood never fell like rain on the day I felt the pain. My heart became hate, my soul became fire. Where did I go wrong? What did I do to break the wire? Your world's going round and round, but mine's turning upside down. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Open a new door for me. Trading my wings for life on the ground, my hate turned to love. You turned me around. I'm by your side. You don't see me, but I see you, and I'd do it all over again if it meant saving you. My heart became hate, my soul became fire. Where did I go wrong? What did I do to break the wire? Your world's going round and round, but mine's turning upside down. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Thank you for the life that you gave to me. By me. So that's basically what I wrote recently. That was about 3 weeks ago in honesty that I wrote that. So if you guys wanted to give me a little bit of feedback on that, I guess I will explain a couple of things. The wire that I kept referring to was the red string from the poem. And if you wanted to talk about time and stuff, that's obviously kind of a recurring motif in both of them. That's kind of obvious. And back in the reason the whole my heart became hate, my soul became fire is because I kind of really had a hard time being socially active back in high school, and I really disliked people in general. Not that I wasn't a social person, but I just really didn't like being in the company of people, and I really just hated being around people in general. I liked to be alone a lot of the time. I guess maybe that's a teenager thing, But I eventually grew out of that, and obviously I'm doing YouTube now, so if I hadn't, that would have been a problem in its own right. So I thought I might as well go ahead and point that out. I'm actually kind of running out of time, but a few other things I might point out. Uh, if you guys want to go and look for the original poem file, there is a small prefix, pre-story as to what the dream was and where it came from. So if you guys want to go search that up, it was called Upon Distant Shores. I actually did label it with my name, Shadowlance, so if you want to look for Shadowlance, that is the best way to find it. It's in quite a few places all over the internet, even though I never initially intended that. So it's up and you can get it from several places. I know there's a copy on the Pirate Bay as well if you guys want to go try using that. I know it's on there. I saw it right before I made this video, so I know it's still there. But other than that, that's about all I have to say for this video. Please give me feedback on what you guys think about the lyrics and what I should change. I'm no professional songwriter by a huge margin. I just thought since some people do this, Arctic's done a few, I thought I might as well give it a shot. So yeah, and honestly, this is the very first real song I've ever tried to write, or lyrics I've tried to write. I have no tune for it yet. I am not musically inclined in any way, but I do intend it to be some sort of death metal song. I do like death metal a lot, as you guys know. I don't like screamo, but I do like death metal. They're not the same thing, but I did want to just say that. Lucky no-scope right there. But anyway, I do want to say, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next showing. Shadowlance out. Bye.